Welcome back to another Retro Indie Spotlight. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and I have something very special for you here today. Today, we are checking out a game that I made. Ta-da! So yeah, I make indie games, as it turns out, once in a while too. Now, if you are watching this, you know I've been working on a big mech game for a long time, Metal Mercs, and if you're curious about that, I have an announcement on my Patreon, especially about how Deck of Stabs fits in. But long story short, Deck of Stabs came about through a personal 30-day game jam of sorts, where after years of working on Metal Mercs, I decided to start a totally new project to see what I could do in 30 days as I'm in the process of learning Godot, as you see down here, made with Godot. So today, guys, we're going to be playing Deck of Stabs, the demo. And if you are curious about this game, by the way, you can check it out on Steam. It is available on Steam right now. You can go ahead and download the demo. The game is going to launch sometime later in the summer, most likely. In fact, if you select the Blade Dancer here, that character is coming for Steam Next Fest, which is June 9th to the 16th. So keep that in mind. Deck of Stabs here, the whole premise is sort of like Slay the Spire. If you've played Slay the Spire before, you'll see similarities. It's no secret that is one of my favorite games of all time. So, you know, there's a lot of homage to that here, but it's a little different of a game. You can pick one of 5 different heroes. Most of them are locked because the full version isn't finished yet, but this guy's going to be coming, as I say, a little later in the summer in the demo. So if you check out the demo, you'll get a chance to play him. But today we'll play as a steel hand. This character uses iron weapons, swipes and stuns. And every character comes with a starting skill, and the starting skill of the steel hand is hardy. He gains 1 extra max energy. And you use energy to play cards. This card costs 1, this one costs 2, and then you can see how much damage they do. So these are starting weapons. They're not the most powerful, but we'll get into it as we go. So here we go. So much like Slay the Spire, your goal is to kill a bunch of monsters, and this is you. Left click to play a card, and right click if you want some info. If a card has bonuses, you'll see that listed there if you right click, but obviously at the start, there are no bonuses. Swords do damage just to a single target, and you can see there, you know, the target that I've got. You can use the arrow keys or the WASD keys to change enemies while you've got a card highlighted if you want, or you can just come and click. So we got a sword. Swords do good damage, but to single targets. Axes usually do some kind of swipe, so they'll damage multiple targets. And then hammers also damage 1 target, and they usually cost more than swords, but they also stun, so we can take an enemy out of commission. So my goal is to take as little damage from these guys as possible. I definitely can't kill them this turn. I just spent 2 mana on 2 cards, or 2 energy, I should say. So I have 2 energy left, and I think what I'm going to do is stun this guy so he can't hurt me, and I'm going to take a hit from this guy. I'll suffer 3 damage, and he also inflicts wounds, which means that all incoming hits now do 1 extra damage. So wolves actually, here, there are these rat wolves, they do quite a bit of damage if you let them. Now I'm going to try and optimize my damage here, so I'll use an axe because it'll hurt this guy and kill this guy. And I'll use a sword, and I'm now out of energy. These all cost too much. So that's my turn. As we get going in the game, we'll see obviously harder fights. This initial fight is really just to kind of introduce you to the mechanics. And after the initial fight, you get enough experience to level up, so your first level is basically free. That's how we hook you, right? We got an item slot there. So after a battle, you can pick a new card to add to your deck if you want, or here's an item. So this one is a Carapace Heart, -6 max HP, but +1 hit point per turn. I could use some regeneration, actually, so I'll take that. Now these items you can drop at any point, so if I wanted my hit point max back, I could just drop this item. After you've won a fight, you have to decide where to go next, and here's where your area map comes into effect. So you can see the various encounters that lay before you. You can see chests, you can see campsites where you can heal up a little bit. These are shops, and in the bottom right corner is always your destination, and usually it's some kind of boss. It's the fairy bosses here, which sound easy, but trust me, they're not. And we might have to try and tech specifically for the fairies, because they deal poison damage, which is a pain. Before I move on, just a few other things so we can orient ourselves here. If you want to see what cards are in your deck, you can go ahead and inspect your deck at any point. Also down here at the bottom is a seed. So if you play through this and you die, you think, oh man, I could have beat that level. You can just copy this seed, and when you start a new game, you can use this seed, and the world will start off exactly as it was before. So you can have seeded runs, which actually is pretty fun. I've been playing around with that a little bit. You can also share seeds with your friends, so every seed works the exact same way in everyone's version of Deck of Stab. So if you see me, if you want to copy my seed here, OGYIFW, you can play this world that I'm about to play through. Maybe you'll do better than me. Maybe not. Maybe you'll do better. Who knows? Okay, so I do want to make it towards the chest. Thieves are a pain in the butt, but I do have very little gold, so if they rob me, it's not a big loss. I might as well take it here. So here's a thief. Steals 1 gold per hit, flees in 3 turns. They also do 2 damage every time they hit. This guy is just a bandit. He's not going to flee, so he won't rob us. But he does a little more damage, so maybe I'll try and kill him first. Now, initially here, the weapons that you have, as I say, they're kind of basic weapons. They're not great, but it is my hope that we can, power up effectively soon. Shoot, I didn't mean to do that. So oh well, I guess that was the sequence I was always going to do. The items you get, and you can unlock more skills later, have a big difference, can make a big difference on your performance. So it's important to pay attention to items and stuff in the game, because pretty much all your actions are weapon focused. Although you'll see there's some cool abilities that I have built in here. These guys are fleeing. I do not have enough energy to kill them. So yeah, I'm a little weak right now. It's my second fight. I gotta get some better items here. Exactly what I thought would happen. We got robbed. But then we got 2 back from killing this guy, so it kind of evened out. Okay, so forged hammers are quite good. This deals 2 bonus damage to full health enemies. So you're behooved to strike people who are full health. This is a broadsword. It does 1 extra damage to stunned enemies. So you can do 4 damage for 1 energy, which is double a normal sword. It does 3 damage anyway, which is not bad. Shadow Step boots give you +2 damage to your first attack. I wonder if that's better. I feel like healing 1 a turn. It's like, as nice as it is to heal, it's, I don't know. I think actually, having just selected that, I should have taken the hammer. I'm kind of kicking myself immediately. Although 3 damage AoE is pretty sweet. Maybe those boots are the way to go. Damn, we just iced that wolf, that rat wolf, right off the bat. So rat wolves, they don't seem too bad, but believe me, if you let the rat wolves get a couple of wounds on you, you will be hating life. So damage can really ramp up from them fast. You got to take them down quick. That's why I focused on the rat wolf instead of the rats themselves here. Okay, and I think now that we don't have any regenerative capabilities, we really need to think about getting access to a campsite to heal a bit. Okay, I like the iron sword. It's pretty good. So I'll take that. Oh, and there's a campsite right there. I'm going to get the chest first to try and get a better item. Chests give you slightly better rewards than fighting enemies, so it's always advantageous to try to get every chest. So let's see what we get. Ooh, a noble sword. Nobleman's sword. Or helmet. I'm not in the market for another item. So helmets give you armor at the start of battle. It doesn't regenerate or apply every turn, but it's just sort of a few hit points that get blocked for you there. Also, armor will block certain effects, like you won't get wounds if you have armor, but you'll still get poisoned if you get hit by a poison strike. So armor can't block everything. This one is a huge axe, deals 4 damage to everyone, and it deals +5, so 9 damage if it hits only 1 enemy, so if it's a single target strike. That actually isn't terrible, but it is so much energy. You know, I kind of want to take the nobleman's sword. Maybe I should take... This will also earn me money. Actually, okay, I'm sold. Literally. I want the cash. We need to save up for the shops. We can buy something good. Alright. So yeah, so all these swords are perked, or all these weapons are perked because of the boot. So if you right-click, you'll see like the base damage and then any effects that the weapon is under right now. So +2 right there. So we could literally ice this guy off the bat, but I think this time around, I don't want them stealing my money. So I'm going to do this to try and kill this guy quickly. And I could stun this guy, or I could do this and actually kill this guy. So either way, I'm taking one less hit. We'll do that. I know this guy does more damage technically, but just one extra damage. Right, here's my nobleman's sword. This will give me an extra gold when I use it, so I definitely should use it. And I guess I'll do this and this. Axe. There we go. The axes seem underwhelming at first, but trust me, if you put the right boosts on them, they become really powerful. Okay, so we definitely want to get more gold out of this guy, and we'll just kill him with the iron sword, the Ironborn way. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, longsword's interesting. It's a 4 damage sword, which already is quite good, but it does 1 bonus damage if it's the only sword in your hand. So that can be quite advantageous. I think I'll probably select that. Cloak of Shadows is cool. At the start of battle, you get 2 dodge. Dodge are like a stack that you have, and anytime an enemy attacks, it uses up a dodge, but you don't get hit. So whether it's a 1 damage attack or a 20 damage attack, you dodge it. The dodge can be quite useful. I'm digging the boots though, so I'm just going to take the sword. And let's go to the campsite to heal up a little bit. Every campsite heals you 10 hit points. Nice and simple. And also gets you nice and toasty. We'll keep fighting our way this way. If I kill this one wolf... Oh no, I gotta kill 2. So I have to fight this wolf, and then I have my choice of who to fight here. And then I'll get at least a chest. Then I could do the boss if I want, but I think I'm gonna fight up to the stores. So, alright. This dog first. By the way, you'll notice that I did skip some enemies back here. I could go back and fight them for the experience. I think for today, just to make good progress in the game, I'm gonna kind of skip over some enemies, but if I was playing this off stream, I might try to clear out the map for the experience and gold. It's always a bit of a gamble though, because if I do take too much damage here, it might hurt me for the boss fight, so you know, how far do you want to push it is always the question. This sucks. I didn't get any of my good weapons. They're all still in my draw pile over here. This is, by the way, not shown in order. There's an item you can get later in the game that will show you the draw pile in order in case you need to know what's coming up, which more advanced levels of the game would be relevant. But in this demo, it's not as relevant. Alright, stupid rat wolf dog. Ooh, gold. Take it. I'm going to try and maximize that gold sword and get as much ash as I can. Even getting 1 or 2 extra gold a fight adds up. I'll take another one of these. Okay, that was a pretty easy fight. I might as well do it again. Alright, wolves. Oh man, 2 mana, deal 9. I mean, that's the play, right? Just full on slaughter that one and slaughter that one. There we go. Alright, so the fights are getting a little easier as we stack our deck with better stabs. I will take a forged hammer now. We skipped one early, but I do like that. 2 mana, deal 6 if the enemy is undamaged, and stun them. Stun is actually essential, I think, for the steel hand. You can build around it. You can do like an axe deck and stuff. I've experimented, but stun is pretty handy. So this one gives you +1 armor when you are hit. It's an interesting sort of reactive item. +1 damage to stunned enemies. Not a great sword. It's better than what we've got. I mean, I guess I'll take one of it. I don't want to add too many of those to my deck, though. Alright, killing this mushroom is key. It unlocks a bunch of stuff, so we'll do this guy next. Alright. Jeez. bad weapons again. Slimes are kind of fun. They heal 1 experience every or 1 hit point every turn. I'm just, where are my tooltips? Why are they not appearing? Okay, I guess we'll do this. This. So that slime is actually going to heal up. Yeah, see. Jerk. Okay, so there are my tooltips. I'm just noticing the tooltips are not appearing. Okay. Well, one little bug. I'll probably fix it by the time you watch this video. Yeah, so the slimes heal. That's their ability. We can finish that guy off, get some money. Oh, and look, now the sword is the only sword in hand, so it gets an exclusive bonus. Wasn't needed, but it's kind of fun. Oh, we leveled up again. When you level up, you earn a bit more max hit points, you get another item slot. Large axe deals 2 damage to full health. An extra 2, so it's 2 energy, deal 4. Not bad. I'll take a large axe. It's okay to have one of those in the bag, so to speak. Okay. Ooh, the heavy sword. 2 energy, deal 12, but it ends your turn. It's an interesting sword. It interacts very poorly with this one gets a bonus if it's the last sword in hand. Because if you have the heavy sword, there's no way to get this bonus. But 2 energy, deal 12. I can't pass that up. Alright. I'm going to check this store. We'll see what we got. Oh, this is a store, by the way. These are the little guys. You can click on them. They say things. They give you little tips. Okay. The woodcutter's axe is bonus to armored enemies. It's actually quite good against some of the treants you encounter later. Featherforge hammer. This one is cool. The heavy hammer. It stuns adjacent enemies too, so it's like an AoE stun, but it ends your turn. Still, I kind of am tempted by that. The Echo Ring lets you draw 1 extra card per turn. You get a helmet. Hard to know. The other thing to consider is I'm literally about to unlock another store. Or do I even want to do that? Maybe not, just for time. Alright, let's buy something. I kind of want to buy the heavy hammer. The way I'm leaning. I don't need this other stuff. 1 heavy hammer. Alright, and then I'm going to heal up and fight the fairies. So when you get to level 3, you can pick a new skill, and it adds on. You can get level 2 of Hardy, which gives you a whole extra energy, so you can have 5 energy, which is quite useful. There's some other abilities, I won't spoil them, but they're there. So there's lots to explore and discover if you level. There's some other secrets in the game, but I don't want to give too much away. I want you to be able to discover some stuff yourselves. Okay, so the fairies have dodge. Again, my tooltips are not coming up, I don't know why, but the fairies have dodge, which means that any attack that I sort of throw at them, they're going to dodge, but it will use up their dodge. I'm going to take this. So unfortunately, that is a perfect counter to my first attack being more powerful, the stupid fairies. So I'm going to use this, and this will miss, but now these are open for business. And I can only really kill this one. I'm going to do that just to try to mitigate some of the incoming damage. And they earn 1 dodge a turn. No, I'm poisoned, so I'll take 3 damage. But then poison, once it hurts you, it then declines by a point. So, but next turn I'm going to take 2 damage just for nothing. And if I don't kill the fairies quickly, it's going to get out of control. So I really got to stop them here. And I don't have a great way of doing this. I mean, I think the best I can do is really just kill 1 more. Because we'll just do this. You know? Like, there's nothing, there's no other combination of things that helps me. Oof. Poor poison. Starting to feel a little woozy here. Okay, this gets rid of all their dodge. And then I guess I'll kill one more. Alright, I think we're gonna live, but we're gonna come out in rough shape. This, that, there we go. Alright, so not doing so hot, but we lived. Whenever you beat like a kind of an area boss, you get a free chest. Ooh, another heavy sword. You don't want to have too many of these, but 2 is probably fine. Although I should have taken that hood. I need an item. I have no money, so there's no point in wasting that shop yet. I guess we'll go this way. So now we're on level 2 of 3. The enemies are getting tougher. You'll see here's a big treant as our boss. The mushrooms are becoming poisonous. The wolves are becoming rabid. So the deeper you go, the harder things get. You can't just rest on your laurels. Oh, sweet Jesus. How are we going to do this one? 2 mana deal 14 is pretty sweet. Oh, perfect. This can actually kill something. 1-hit kill. Or 2 mana to do 5 to all. That does 20 damage. Fortunately, we really need to kill one thing to, like, reduce incoming damage, so I'm gonna kind of focus my efforts that way. I could have dealt wide damage, but then I would have taken a lot of damage, you know, so that's good. That's good. I wish I had a little more energy. Oh, we're getting so low. I need a stun. Oh, they're gonna flee, so I'm gonna live, but I think they stole all my gold. If you kill a guy who had stolen some of your gold, you get that gold he stole back, so this will be a little higher, but yeah, oof. Dear God. Okay, I think I gotta take armor, because we just need some survivability. There's a campsite. And I'll take a chest. What else we got? Whisper Hood. 1 dodge per kill. Now that's interesting. This is a tough area to get through. I really want to avoid the poisonous fairies because I have so little health they're going to kill me. The rabid dogs also scare me quite a bit. And dodge sucks against bees because bees, they only strike for 1 damage, but they do it 3 times. So your dodge never lasts in a bee fight. But I kind of think I want to go this bee direction. So if I'm fighting the bees, I guess I keep the armor. Which means... do I want an iron sword? Or will it just clunk up my deck? I think it clunks up the deck. Alright. Let's see if we can do this. Friggin' bees. Oh god. Yeah, we get to see armor. 4 armor. That'll block one whole bee attack and then a little bit of another one. Now this does... oh. So bees also have dodge. Anything flying has dodge. I'm gonna say, this could wipe them all out, but that first attack does nothing. Yeah, the smaller axes don't get them all. I mean, there's no... it doesn't matter. Even if I got rid of the dodge on all 4 of them, I can't take advantage. I have my crappy weapons again. I can do 3 damage to a bunch of them, or I could stun one. I'm thinking long term here. We're gonna have to tank a bit of damage here. There goes my armor. Gonna be tight. Oh god. Okay. Oh shit, now we don't have any axes. Oh, this is rough. Oh, this is so rough. Okay. This is a weird play. If this kills one and stuns another, I guess I'll do it this way. Try and keep these guys together so I could hit him with an axe. But, so he's stunned, so he skips his turn. Oh, I think we're dead. We're dead. Ah, we didn't make it! Defeat. Defeated at my own game. Well, it's meant to be that way. It is a roguelike after all, so it is punishing and difficult, but also fun. You got to see a little bit there of encountering some bad guys, trying to collect some items, trying to survive. There's a lot to explore, as I say in this demo. There are some secrets that if you guys discover, I'd be very curious to hear about. So you could let me know in the Steam discussion forums. But yes, the link for this game is in the description down below. Check it out. You can play the demo for free today. If you like the game, please consider wishlisting it. That actually really does help a lot. The game is going to be featured as part of the upcoming June Next Fest. So if you guys pay attention to Next Fest, you may see the game there. And if you haven't wishlisted by then, wishlist it then. But in the meantime, spread the word, share the game, enjoy it. And I'm also going to be trying to reach out to some streamers and stuff to see if I can get other people to try the game. So who knows, maybe you'll see it recommended in your YouTube watching habits out there. But I don't know. If you know a streamer, tell them to play the game for me. That'd be really helpful. That's the biggest thing you could probably do besides wishlisting. If you're on Team J, is just go to your favorite streamer who you watch, who sometimes comment, be like, hey, there's a cool game called Deck of Stabs. You should play it. Anyway, guys, I hope you had fun. Hope you check out the game. I'll catch you in the next one. Alrighty, guys. Peace. Alright, you know what? Here's my challenge to you guys. The seed for the game that I just played is OGYIFW. I died horribly, but could you guys have done better? If you do check out the demo, try this seed and let me know if you can do better. I would love to especially see if somebody could get farther on this seed, because I think every seed is viable. You just have to like thread the needle perfectly, and I definitely didn't on this one. So I don't know, maybe you could do better. Who knows?